one for past life and the other for imaginary friends in childhood. Before we get into those open lines, I want to read an email that was sent to me earlier in the show from Sarah in North Carolina. Sarah writes, Sal, when I was 8 years old, we lived in a small town in New Hampshire in a house that was built around the year 1800. I shared a room with my younger sister Lucy, who was 6 years old. At night, Lucy would go to the closet and talk to an imaginary friend, or so I thought. I had brought this up with my mother that she would do this at nighttime, and my mother just laughed it off and said, no, she has an imaginary friend, and that's typical, it happens, so she'll get over it, don't worry about it. But at nighttime, she would go to the closet door, and she would talk. Sometimes she would laugh, sometimes she would cry, sometimes she was happy, sometimes she was sad. But it was almost every night that this occurred. This went on for about 3 to 4 months. To try to solve the situation, my father locked the closet door and left it locked for 3 days. On the 4th day, my father came in at nighttime, as he usually did, and sat down on Lucy's bed and looked at her and said, "How has Ben been?" Ben was the name of her imaginary friend. Lucy looked at my father with a blank stare on her face and no emotion and said, "He told me you've kept him locked in the closet and he's not happy." My father, with a perplexed look on his face, just sat there flummoxed for a moment, then leaned down and kissed Lucy on the forehead, got up, told us both good night, shut the light off, and left the room. The following morning, my father came back up to the room and said, "We're going to get to the bottom of this right now, and I'm going to show you there's nobody in that closet." Well, for the 3 days, what my father didn't know was at night, Lucy and I would lay in bed and we could hear scratching inside the closet and clawing and rattling of the doors. When my father unlocked the door and looked inside, he just had a scared look on his face as he found, scratched into the inner wood of the door, a note that read, "Don't lock me in here again or I will kill you all." Within 2 days, my father had all of our belongings packed up and we were moved out of that house to the other side of town. Lucy never heard from Ben again. That's Sarah in North Carolina.